That's there's a first person in this game. And you can go into brush technique from first person. I'm not sure if I knew that or not. Anyway, I have salutations. This is something awful. It's been a while since I played for reasons I'm not gonna go into, so I'm just kind of re-familiarizing myself with everything. It's bunch of reasons, some minor, some more major. Am I going backwards? I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like this way is progress because there's a golden gate right there. And we're about to fight a boss type thing, probably. Ōkami? How'd you get here so quick? Actually, I owe it to that wolf and his little friend. A Ponko appeared after you left. He told me to go help Amaterasu. Alright, I'm supposed to be doing this. So that was the wolf's companion you were talking about, right? That wolf really seemed to perk up when that Ponko appeared. It looked like the wolf had recovered somewhat. I sensed they had a bond that made me feel they'd be okay. So I left them and came rushing here. But enough talk for now. I take it that if you're here, those demons must be somewhere up ahead. Well, Amaterasu, will you fight alongside me? Let's rumble. O spirits of the air, earth and sea, grant us your divine power. This is a game where I read the dialogue. I remembered that, don't worry. It's important. But yeah, it's boss time, Mr. Guy, I'm assuming, with the robot owl clock things that I kind of wanted to have Brad here for this, but that's half the reason for the million delay for me to taking forever to get to this, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's 2 against 2 this time, but we don't have a literal, like, super powered version of ourselves on our side this time. So this is where those So this is where those bird brains went. They're trying to hide while they lick their wounds. We can't let these infernal contraptions get away this time. They are robots, aren't they? And I don't think we have enough energy to chase them down again. Them? Get away again? Heh. No prey has ever eluded my trusty Domakara. I forget how to pronounce my sword name more than once. Nor my own. Anyway, it's boss time versus these things, eventually. I presume. Okay, so, if I remember right, he was doing this to them. No, not this time. Okay, I obviously swing these back at him. And now I'm gonna do this. No, but, I did something. Okay, wait. Doi me. I got this new ice power. I obviously needed it for some reason. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Alright, so, there is all of the elements here I'm noticing. I did something. No, I didn't. He's throwing a balloon thing. What is going on? Okay. Oh, I know what that is. That's the 7 strike. That's where you use lightning. And now, while you're stunned, I need to do something. That's where I need fire. Where's fire? That's fire. Bomb. Now, Amaterasu! Pull me back like an arrow and fire me at these demons. Okay, what does that even mean? Like, oh. This. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Now's when I power slash him, and he comes down, and this is when... I don't even remember what type of weapon I have. Okay, I have a reflector. We, go to town on them. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Got it, I think. What are you doing? I don't know. Those were ice. Okay. Ah, darn it, me. You're not very good at this. They're using, like, all of the brush techniques, and it's throwing me off. Okay, what's next? You require, this. And you require this. I'm biting. Oh, that's not the bite button, me. There we go. X is the bite button, not Y. Anyway, now that this guy's down, we're gonna just go to town on him. And there we go. We've done some damage to both of these owls now. I think I kind of get what's going on now. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Lightning. And, fire. Okay, but neither of them got stunned this time. Okay, wait for one of them to do something. Oh, you missed. You missed. I can't... Although you gave me a horrible camera angle with that. I'm guessing this is when I use, I don't know, that. Yeah, that kind of worked. Okay, I need fire on myself now. I mean, it makes sense that ice wouldn't do much to them most of the time, but I'd like it if you do something where I knew what I was supposed to do. Okay, that healed me, and this is when I was able to attack him last, so that's good. Okay. Boom. And I just got hit, but it doesn't matter, because you're going down, which means I can do some combos on you, and you aren't gonna like it a lot. You're almost down, but the other one isn't. Or is it? I forget. Okay, you're gonna do that. I'm gonna send it back at you. I'm also gonna send this one back at you. And, okay, here's a chance. Boom. There we go. Right, I need to do this. Knock you down. And I can start going to town on you. You'll probably take 3 cycles like your brethren, or not. Okay, now, I'm guessing something's gonna happen now. What if I miss during this? No, okay, that's not it. Are you gonna do something where I can attack you and, like, know how? Not that. Come on, do something. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do unless you do, like, this, for example. Then I do this. Then you're gonna come over, right? Nope, he's not stunned enough yet. Okay, well, he did that attack. That's what that attack does. I'm still not sure what to do about this. I'm just gonna try burning him. Okay, I'm just gonna dodge it, because I'm still not sure what to do about that. What are you doing next? Oh, this is where you die. Because we know how to pull him back like an arrow now. And then he becomes stunned, and that literally killed him. I didn't even have to kill him myself. So, now we're gonna get some more cutscenes. Isn't it exciting? As these guys aren't obviously the final boss. That was a fun little fight. I actually was expecting them to merge into a single being. I'm actually surprised they didn't. Now the volcano needs to erupt. Oh, we're getting some good news. That's good. The twin demons, which had suddenly awoken atop Ozo Fuji's bleak summit and tried to lay waste to the land of Kamui, were defeated. They disappeared in a burst of petals, thanks to Oki and Amaterasu. Mostly Amaterasu, but Oki did definitely help. However, a giant cloud, black as night, cast a shadow on the scene. Blight, Ninetales, the twin demons Lichku and Nichku, the souls of each were swept into the clouds as it moved. It drifted towards the Ark of Yamato at the bottom of Lauchi Lake. The Ark of Yamato is beckoning all of the world's darkness within. Tuskel's words echoed ominously, awakening Amaterasu's hearts. I forget who Tuskel is. Someone want to remind me who Tuskel is? Editing me, remind me who Tuskel is. I think he's a, All the sacrifices, all the life lost in the name of good, was it all in vain? Trinity Yamato's 100-year-old incarnation was fatigued and exhausted by the intense battle that it wasn't involved in. However, when Trinity noticed a glow of Oki's sword Kuton, a sly smile seemed to crease the wolf's tired lips. Satisfied with this bright glimmer of hope, Trinity struggled to rise and put every last ounce of strength into passing through Ishiraki's gate back in time, back home. As Amaterasu and Ison looked on, they were fully aware that Shiranari headed back into the face of danger to the battle with Orichi after saving Nagi from the clutches of death and aiding them in their own quest. Shiranari would die a hero, marking the beginning of the legend of Orichi. As Oshuki left the scene, his eye betrayed the sort of toughness one exhibits when preparing for a grave event. Oh, Oshuki is the, yeah, that, okay. And we're gonna get a thing? Oh, we're gonna get a heart piece. Sweet. So yeah, we're not gonna get a weapon for this. Okay, we obtain Sun Fragment. Alright, so, I think it's pretty obvious. I feel at this point. I did pretty good on that fight, that's good. Yes, I would like to save... The eclipse is oh, right, the eclipse was happening. I kind of forgot about that plot point. So yeah, obviously I've picked up pretty well, seeing as I hadn't played in a while, but, okay, what's next? Amaterasu and the others returned to the foot of Elzofuji. There, they saw Leica praying intently. The storm had subsided, then, as if to celebrate their hard-won victory, the twin volcanoes of Mount Kamon erupted in great pillars of flames. The villagers felt the warmth on their skin and wept tears of joy. However, Oki merely surveyed the scene stoically, remaining silent. Although the evil demons had been driven away, the thought of having taken the sword and caused so much grief weighed heavily on his heart. The only one who could ease the burden of his woes was Samiko, the chieftain who had rescued Kimu from the shrine, and stepped forwards. Silently, he approached Oki, offering an outstretched hand. His eyes betrayed the complexity of the emotions behind the gesture. Oki, realizing the gravity of the scene, extended his hand in turn. The moment they shook hands, Wepker was reborn into a village far too strong to ever fall victim to evil again. Well, that's good. As for Kuton, the sword that vanquished the twin demons, it was returned to its pedestal by Oki's own hands. And as long as the glow remained, no evil dared draw close. Kuton's gleam spoke of a power too great to succumb to evil. At that moment, a brilliant flash of light shot forth from the Kuton, striking squarely on the frozen surface of Lochi Lake. Yeah. Though the lake had never shown any sign of melting, cracks began to open up along its surface. The legend of the Iron Ark, Yamato, said to have fallen from heaven, and the holy Laochi Lake, which it called home, wasn't it like an evil lake, was revealed to be more than a mere legend before all those present. Oi. So this is where Walk shows up like, hey, we need to go to heaven to, stuff, right? Because I'm assuming we're taking that ark to heaven, but isn't it, like, full of all the evil? Alright. Like, isn't that thing, like, super full of evil? But that seems very glowy. I'm not sure now. Okay, it's making, like, a trail of starlight. Now... Okay, so... Yes. Okay, so we're going to Ganon's Tower in Ocarina of Time. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna, take a look. I have a feeling the Ark of Yamato, it's floating in the sky. Let's listen again. How can such an enormous thing float into the sky like that? It must mean what the old legend says is true. The legend about how this ark, which was sunk in Lochi Lake, fell from the celestial plane and into our world. Yeah, it's full of demons. It's said that the celestials who fell into our world with it were eaten up by countless vicious monsters. By the army controlled by the evil ruler of darkness, Yami. Have we heard that name yet? So the Ark of Yamato is related to the powers of darkness. But it's also related to the powers of light. I feel like this is going to be a point of no return. Like the actual point of no return. Wait, Amy. You know what'll happen if you cross this rainbow bridge and board the Ark of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Lochi Lake. And you know, there's no turning back once you've boarded that thing. Huh? You look like you want to say something. Resolve. You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return? Do you have the resolve? No. But Ami. Okay, so that is the point of no return. The game's not being subtle about it. Which means, later.